It's like when I was governor, people, they didn't have anything else to report than, they talk about where I sleep and where I eat. I wasn't sleeping anywhere and eating anywhere that I wasn't sleeping and eating before I was governor.
Yeah.
No one could say in my 40 years on the public stage that I walked around with ears, that I anyway pretended that I was better than anybody else. You could find me in any nook and cranny, any place in the Three Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
And I am just as comfortable as when the president invited me to dinner at the White House, because that's the life I had. So I when I went to Government House, I didn't know that there was an expectation that the linen and the towels that the De Youngs had used, I was supposed to use them. My grandmother would have come out her grave. Somebody said, turn over your grave.
Yeah, she would have come out.
She would have opened the tomb and hit me with a tombstone. Like, what going on up there?
Yeah.
Right? And nobody could expect things like that. So I call them all minutia now, because they really are in the scheme of the whole thing. But the Daily News made it its lifelong mission that if I ate in Sparks in Manhattan, they had to report I ate the Sparks. I went to a ice cream shop. I had an ice cream thing in Manhattan. That shop was open in 1954, so I took the government crowd there and showed them how they do hot. You could get a hot, a hot chocolate in the middle of the winter with ice cream and stuff like that, and paid for it. And they had I didn't even know till I saw in the Daily News, they had a $1,000 ice cream sundae on the menu. And they would serve it in like a glass trimmed with gold. I didn't know that. And the receipt that I had, obviously, for the 16 of us that were there, the total bill was $200 and something. So clearly I didn't buy the $1,000
exactly.
Ice cream, but they put it on the front page. They put a picture of it on the menu on the front page that I could have had that.
Yeah.
So they made an effort as a governor, I'm going to tell you how I see it now.
Please do.
Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm not a bigot or a racist, but, if you was a governor of New York or the governor of Florida, then, you should be in those places.
Yeah.
But from the islands, you need to go back
Mm-hmm.
in your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Almina Hewitt and Vashti Mapp had long teach me any spot I in is my spot.
Yeah.
Nobody can assign me a spot.
Yeah.
Assign me a desk when I'm in school.
Yeah.
When I leave school, them assignment days is
Over.
Yeah. And they call that, and I might as well delve into it. Some folks say, but he too damn arrogant. There's nothing arrogant about me. I was raised to be a very confident person. I came up under a very confident grandmother, very confident mother. My mother didn't play. My mother went to school full-time and worked full-time to support us. And then after she finished her nursing and got her papers and a license and a degree and all of that, my mother worked 2 8-hour shifts, 2 different jobs in 2 different health facilities, to give us things that we didn't have to have, but that was very important, she felt, in our upbringing. We go to New York for the summer, and we get to go to Coney Island and the Kenmore Theater and the parks and all of that. But we also had to dress up in a suit and go to Manhattan and sit down in a restaurant and have a formal dinner.
Yes.
And then go to Broadway and see Paul Bailey and Satchmo, Louis Armstrong and the greats on the stage, and go to a Philharmonic concert and listen to the music. Not because we didn't like Calypso, but she felt it was important to broaden our knowledge.
Yes.
And my mother would make sure on both of those jobs she had Tuesday and Wednesday off. And she get her check on Wednesday morning. We know we have to get up, and we go in on the Flatbush bus, and she taking us down to the Dime Savings Bank, and she's sitting down, and she got her bank book, and she showing us. And I'm a little child, showing us this is how life is.
Yes.
And when it's time to get ready for school, she take us, she buy us our uniforms and things. We go to the shoe store. She ain't picking up the shoes and pick up pair of shoes and tell me, you sit down and wait. Let me get Dougie and David. Let's get their shoes. And then she tell me, I need a tall job for your feet. And I'm not the guy by price. I pick up something, and when she turn it over, she shake her head. And then, of course, by the time I become an adult and I'm showing out why I spend, she said, I know, you're gonna tell me. But that's, I'm saying all of that to say the environment under which we were raised was to prepare us to be successful and to let us understand that there are going to be people in the world that's going to marginalize you and tell you who you are and what you ought to be.
Yes.
And in a way, in the Caribbean, that is still happening in a very much larger scale, not just with individuals, but with whole communities, because people move into your community and they believe it ought to be this way, and they have some money. So they do everything to keep it the way they want to keep it. And the question is whether you're bright enough to sing the refrain in the hymn or bellow out your own. And where I come from in Rattan and the way I was raised, we don't sing for your hymn book. We don't sing for ours.
Oh, yes.
Just need a big bag. I'ma get it so fast, I'm so fast. And when I get that money.